This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Thursday, the 4th day of October in the year 2018. Here's what we're tracking tonight. PPP General Secretary and Opposition Leader Barra Jagdeo today announced that his party has withdrawn its candidates in the Wakenham Local Authority area as local government elections approach. The decision was taken after one of the other political parties contesting the elections in the area pointed out that a number of the names listed on the PPP's list of backers were actually dead persons or persons who do not live in the area. While responding to questions today at his weekly press conference, Mr. Jagdeo confirmed the withdrawal.
We withdrew, we didn't even go through there. I saw it and I believe that something went wrong there and we withdrew as I promised. We withdrew from contesting in that constituency.
The opposition leader had earlier commented that if he found the allegations to be true, he would have instructed all candidates in the area to vacate their attempts to compete at the local government elections. The PPP has since leveled its own allegations against other parties contesting the local government elections in other parts of the country. The party has taken aim at the Alliance for Change and claims that a number of the persons on that party's list of backers for some of the party's candidates were tricked into signing on as backers to support the various AFC candidates. The AFC has denied those claims. More news coming up in a moment.
This Christmas, get a loan for your dream car with an extended repayment term. Spruce up your home with that renovation you always wanted and take advantage of low or no down payment. Get new appliances so you can cook up a storm. You'll get same-day approval. Plus, you can win a getaway to a destination of your choice. Visit RepublicGuyana.com today to find out how.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Get ready to ride it, ride it. Ready to ride it, ride it, ride it, ride it, ride it, ride the wave. Open up the new vibe, drink up the boldness inside. Radical and fresh and wild, catch the wave now. Ride bold, ride fresh, ride strong. Come on, ride the wave. Taste the action, satisfaction, perfection. Wave it, wave it, wave it, wave.
Ride the new wave of excitement sweeping Guyana. Wave Pale Ale, a premium, full-bodied, strong and refreshing alcoholic brew, crafted to perfection for a bold, young, radical you. Don't settle for anything less. Catch a Wave Pale Ale and ride it today.
Wave Pale Ale,
Crafted to perfection.
Welcome back, and still with local government elections, President David Granger was in the town of Carriverton yesterday for a community meeting as he campaigns for his party's candidates in the local government elections. Carriverton is one of the 10 towns in Guyana. Mr. Granger encouraged residents to go out and vote and reminded them that the return of local government elections in 2016 after a 20-year hiatus provides a powerful opportunity for communities like Carriverton to realize their true potential.
We don't want that again, because you saw your beautiful town stagnate. We will continue to renew democracy. As long as I'm president, you have municipal elections every 2 years as well. And as long as you participate fully in the elections, central government will cooperate with regional government, will cooperate with the municipal government.
The president also called on the residents to assess the improvements within their communities over the past 3 years while looking to the future. President Granger said his party, a Partnership for National Unity, is leading the charge to ensure Carriverton improves, adding that local government is the pathway to democracy. Legal matters to report now. The High Court in Georgetown is getting ready to hear scores of sexual offense cases in its current session, with most of the cases involving children as the alleged victims. 149 sexual offense cases have been listed for the new court session. Of those 149 cases, court documents have revealed that children are the alleged victims in 115 cases. Justice Joanne Barlow has been assigned to handle the cases. In one of the cases, a man will be facing 9 counts of sexual assault against a child below the age of 16. It is unlikely that all of the cases will be disposed of before the end of the session. Some might have to be pushed over to the next session. Today, the director of the Child Care and Protection Agency, Anne Green, explained to News Source that there is an increase in reports of sex abuse against children. She said the increase in reports might not necessarily mean an increase in cases, but it appears as though the agency's public awareness drive is paying off. She explained that in the first 8 months of this year, the Child Care and Protection Agency received over 600 reports of sex abuse against children. Those cases are currently being investigated and are not part of the ones that are currently before the courts. Ms. Green said once her agency receives a report, it would launch an immediate investigation along with the police and refer the child to one of its non-governmental partners for counseling sessions. Completed files will be sent to the Director of Public Prosecutions for advice on the cases before they make their way to the courts. The Child Care Director said since the opening of the Sexual Offences Court, matters have been moving faster, but the agency remains worried about the high number of reports that it continues to receive about sexual violence and abuse being committed against children. Still in the courts, 21-year-old Alboystown resident Narish Samaru was today slapped with an attempted murder charge in connection with the robbery and shooting of a dog food vendor. The incident occurred a week ago. Investigations by the police led to the arrest of Samaru. He was later positively identified by the victim. In court today, the man did not have much to say as the charge was read to him. He was not required to enter a plea and was remanded to jail by Magistrate Judy Latchman. The self-employed vendor who cooks dog food and sells daily was plying his trade when he was allegedly attacked by Samaru, who demanded his earnings. When the man refused, it is alleged that the accused pulled out a firearm and shot him 3 times. 2 other men who are suspected to have been accomplices are still being sought in the matter. The accused will make his next court appearance in 2 weeks' time. And finally this evening, it was the great outdoors today for the opposition leader Bara Jagdeo. A power outage in several parts of the city that went on for over 4 hours forced the opposition leader Bara Jagdeo to move his weekly press conference from the comfort of his office into the compound of his office. Mr. Jagdeo began his press conference by apologizing to the media for the outdoor press conference, but explained that his office has been facing the power supply problem like the rest of Georgetown today.
But this is not unique to my office. I'm sure that most people across Guyana have suffered from this ill. In fact, some communities have had extended periods without electricity. And so I can just imagine the disruption this is causing in their lives, their families' lives, and especially with the children, their ability to do their work, etc.
The Guyana Power and Light Company today indicated that the blackout was caused by damage to line hardware in the Water Street area, and it affected a number of areas. According to GPL, emergency services supported by its network technicians have been working to restore electricity to all affected customers. The company's efforts thus far have resulted in power restoration for consumers within the Prashad Nagar, Kitty Queenstown, and Albertown areas. Just recently, the government of Guyana secured a multi-million US dollar loan that will go towards major works for the improvement of electricity and power supply by the Guyana Power and Light Company. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. Gordon Mosley reporting.